Capricho! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Cho Super Hyper Podcast. I am one half of the Tokusatsu Todd Show, Toku Tony, here along with
Super Blastex.
Hey, what's going on, man? How was your week? After I flumbled.
It's harder than it looks, huh?
It's super hard. Also,
it's super hard.
Also, I stutter, and the ta in my goddamn name. Terrible for me. The Tokusatsu talk show. Tokusatsu Tony
Tokusatsu Thomas.
Tokusatsu Thomas.
That's not right. Antonio. You're not Thomas.
No.
It's not Tony from Thomas.
I could be Toku Anthony.
Tokusatsu Anthony.
Tokusatsu Anthony. Just like Marco Satsu.
It's weird. Legally, your name is not Anthony.
No, it's not. It's Antonio.
Yeah.
It's Antonio.
Anyway. No, this week was pretty boring, pretty dull. Even though April Fool's happened, didn't really do anything. I was thinking about it. Oh yeah. To start the episode, we're gonna go ahead and crack open a cold one
with the boys.
We've got some nice Asahi Dry Zero Super Dry.
Super dry.
But this is alcoholic input 0.0.
Yeah.
So there's no alcohol in this.
Zero alcohol.
So if you want the taste of Asahi, which I'm a fan of, but don't want to get drunk, go ahead. And I haven't been drinking, so this is good for me to substitute.
Reminisce.
But
the sweet taste of Asahi.
I had one of these yesterday. It was pretty good.
So, as you know, I don't drink. That's just the thing I don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah, just by choice I don't drink. And I like to try drinks just whenever I can. Last week I tried the German beer, the super German beer, the extra stout, Guinness. I tried Guinness. That's not German.
Mm-mm.
So I tried Guinness.
I think it's Irish.
For the first time, but I got the wrong version. At the gas station only had this kind, the extra stout, which I heard was better. So, I guess, but I didn't like it. I don't drink, so I don't like the taste of beer. But I got these Asahis for me and Super Blastex here to try because I know he likes them a lot, and I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about.
You're not into it.
I'm not very much into it.
Yeah, you don't like beer.
I don't like beer.
Yeah, you open another can right now.
I sure did.
I'm gonna finish that after the show if you don't finish it.
No, I know.
God
damn it.
I really like Asahi. Asahi and Blue Moon are my beers of choice. But I'll take Kirin if they don't have Asahi.
I saw Kirin at so I got this at and all the Ornament C that we drink almost every day at
we drink Ornament C when it's superhero time.
Yeah. I take one out sometimes, just whenever.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, just sometimes.
Oh, it looks doubled every time.
Yeah. So I get all this stuff from a not from H Mart, but from a locally owned Japanese supermarket, like owned by Japanese people. Japanese people go there every single day. I don't know if I told this story before. The first time I went in there, or the second time I went in there, the first time as a regular, I walked in and they say the "Irashaimase" or something like the greeting, and I was a little bit nervous and shy, just as a little Mexican man walking in there to a whole entire store full of Japanese people. And this store is like an office building size. So like it's kind of small. It's like an office area. So I walk in, everyone can see me and hear me. And I say, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?"
Yeah, you responded in Spanish.
In Spanish.
Yeah.
Because I thought, oh my God, why would I speak English? So I immediately said, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" Hola. Just in English. In Spanish.
Yeah.
Immediate response in Spanish. Is that my native tongue? No. No, it's not.
Very English.
Why did I respond in Spanish? Embarrassed myself. Everyone was looking at me. They heard I spoke Spanish and they just stared at me for a little bit.
Nice.
And then I got my Ornament C and I left. That's how I do it.
But you keep going there afterwards.
Oh, dude, I love it. They're so nice. They are so nice people.
Yeah.
I don't know any of their names, but
I've never been.
You should go with me one
But
of these times.
I'll go if they have candy toys.
No, they
Yeah,
don't.
they don't have any candy toys.
I always ask to if they have soda.
One of these days, they're gonna get a case, and you're not gonna want any of it,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be pissed off at you.
Next time I go, since now I'm a regular, I'm gonna ask them to buy some soda so I can buy it, and then whenever the soda comes in, I'm gonna be like, I didn't ask you for soda, I asked for Yudo.
Oh no! Then they'll sock you in the mouth.
And they'll sock you by the name. The name of this store is Dido on Westheimer, locally owned Japanese supermarket. Very nice, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. How was your week?
Yeah. Yesterday or 2 days ago.
Huh?
2 days ago was April Fool's Day. Again, I didn't do anything. Kind of a boring week. My battery died. I was
Yeah.
gonna go pick up my niece to take her to softball practice, and no good. So I had to get a new battery. And if you've been keeping up, I am still unemployed. So that was around 250 that ate into my
Oh my god.
allowance. Not allowance,
Oh.
my savings.
Jesus.
I'm still good though. I
Yeah.
mean, I bought stupid twice ticket, so and this didn't
Yeah.
affect me either, so I'm still okay. I just need a job, J-O-B.
Job.
So if you want, come and check me out whenever I stream on Twitch. I'm thinking about streaming on YouTube as well, just because I have a bit more of an audience here than I do on Twitch. But I do have a PayPal .me site.
Yeah.
So if you want that,
Bro,
I'll
put the
give it
link.
to you.
Put
so
the
you can
link.
get me some cash money
Cash money.
so that I can do cool stuff and then tell you about it. How about that?
Not to be that guy, but from
You're not that guy.
Not to be, you are not him, but don't you want to help your fellow Tokusatsu viewer out? I mean, we're fellow fans like you.
That's a weird
I know, that's why I don't want to be
reason
that.
to
That's why I don't want to be that guy.
support somebody. But
Yes.
to kind of help, since I'm not really doing much these days, and like I said, I'm streaming. If you guys had a chance to check out, I do have that once and always reaction that I did with Andrew, that we did about a week and a half ago. It's still on the channel. Once and always, we react to the Power Rangers once and always trailer.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. Following that, I recorded something a couple of days ago with my buddy Nito, who we've talked about on the podcast before, named David.
Great guy.
I got him to record with me like a overview, and we got to share our thoughts on a past Sentai. And this is going to be something that we're going to be planning on doing every now and then. It'll be like a supplemental to the podcast. It might be one after another. So it might be a podcast episode, and then this little series, and then another podcast, and then another one of these series. We might alternate like that.
Sounds pretty
the
good.
podcast I still want to do every week because it's covering superhero time each week, so it makes sense for us to keep doing that weekly.
Oh, Jesus.
You just fell.
I
You
just fell out
fell
my
down
chair.
your chair. You didn't fall out your chair.
Jesus Christ.
The little series that we're doing, it should be up on the channel by now, or in 2 days.
There you go.
If this episode comes out Tuesday, I might have the thing I'm working on with David Nito on Thursday.
Exciting.
But like I said, I got him. I got some time from him, and we were able to record about 2.5 hours of us celebrating Zyuohger, Dobutu Sentai Zyuohger, the 40th anniversary Sentai season. That was his season that he saw all the way through, and it was the season that I jumped back in to watch weekly again.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I was watching when I first got super into Sentai. I saw Gokaiger, I saw Kyoryuger, but they had already aired 3, 4, 5 years before. About 3 years before. And I jumped in on Ninja when that was live, and I was watching that live until I got to about the 8th, 9th episode, something like that. The Drive crossover.
Oh.
and then I stopped. I couldn't. Ninja was not hitting it for me
Oh man.
at all. So I stopped watching live. And then there was. I'm covering some of the stuff that we talk about on this special thing. But then there was a report that the Gokaigers were coming back in Zyuohger.
Oh.
And again, I had already seen Gokaiger. So I love that cast already. So seeing them come back for this 5 years later got me hype, and then I started watching Zyuohger weekly to catch up. And then from then on, I've been watching Zyuohger, Sentai weekly live from then. So Zyuohger is a special Sentai to me and my buddy Nito. I'm thinking about playing a quick clip from it.
Go for it.
As like a preview. Let's see.
I didn't know that was his first Sentai.
That was the first Sentai he saw all the way through.
All the way through.
You need to listen to the episode. This 2 hour long episode.
I'll put it on when I drive.
But let's see. What's a good spot?
That is so cool. That's the one that he started out like full way through?
No. Oh yes, but he had seen the Gokaiger movie, and he had seen the Kyoryuger versus Go-Busters movie. He'd seen stuff before because I'd shown him.
Those are two things that I have not seen actually.
You'd have definitely seen the Goseiger versus Gokaiger movie.
Have I?
Yes.
Goseiger versus Gokaiger?
Yes.
I only remember
the
Shinkenger.
The 199 hero battle movie.
Oh, okay.
Where there's copies. If I show you a clip of it, you're like, oh. And you've definitely seen the Kyoryuger versus Go-Busters movie because that's when all the dinosaur Sentai.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that a lot.
That was a special one. I think you and me saw that twice. Twice.
A lot. Yeah, so he's a good red and he's a good leader. Those are two different things. You could be a good.
Yeah. Oh, the peaks.
I just realized that was probably super loud.
Oh, the peaks.
I'm so sorry. Let's try that again. Red would be a bad leader.
Oh, the peaks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. Dama Motaro started out as a bad leader.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I haven't seen all of Dom Brothers, but yeah, I could see he's just hard. He's hard on his companions. Momotaro.
Mm-hmm.
He expects. I mean, Momotaro's character is kind of like it's like Yamato, where it's really really good, but it's not. You don't see it earned because he's kind of born to be busted.
Yeah.
He's.
Sorry guys, that sounded really bad, and we cut it out, so that's why this part of the podcast just starts with me saying sorry, guys.
Holy Christ, peaks.
So, again, check out this special thing that I have coming up with David.
Yeah, man.
Start with Nito. We're talking about the next one. The next one we're gonna have Tony on, so we can have more of a discussion. Even though 2 of us was 2.5 hours.
Oh man,
I can't imagine what 3 of us is gonna look like.
Did he have anything that he wanted to say
about
the next one?
He wants to do Q-Ranger. He knows you've done Q-Ranger. You both have done Shinkenger. You both have done Gokaiger.
Yeah.
You both have done Lupat and then Zenkaiger.
Okay.
He's done Zenkaiger as well.
That's my favorite.
So we have options. I'm the only one who's seen Kyoryuger all the way through, even though it's GOAT.
Well, it's also an idea up in the air that I think you suggested, like the second episode. We could do the ones that we've seen and then like a tier list.
Yeah.
Or we could just talk about our favorite ones and our experiences with that one.
Ooh, boy.
Because we all have different ones.
I would love to do a Time Ranger one because Time Ranger's really special too.
Man, you see...
You haven't seen it.
No, but it's always... I haven't seen it, but I've seen a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have...
you know what the ending is?
I have Tokushatsu. No, I don't know. Is it good?
Yes.
Man, the first time I saw the Die Ranger ending, it was marathoning on Tokushatsu. Yeah. Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
I was bawling. It was exciting for me, and it was super scary at the same part. Well, if you've seen the Die Ranger ending, you'll know what happens, but man, it was so...
Yeah, try not to spoil.
Ominous and scary,
that,
and also
30-year-old show.
Super happy and so sad. I was bawling by the end of it. But I have Tokushatsu on every single day to keep up that viewership. I'm one of the 13 every single day.
Dang.
That watch it. I have it on
Even when Ultraman's on.
Yeah, dude, I have it on all the time.
Even when like Aquabats are on.
Even on when Aquabats are on. Even, especially when Aquabats are on. So I have it on every single day. I watch a lot of Toku. I don't watch a lot of Toku in my free time. So to make up for that, I have the old Toku on Tokushoutsu on my big TV every day. So I've seen Time Ranger, but not enough like cohesively where I sit there for the marathon, which they did have a marathon for it recently.
And I own almost all the DVDs that they've released. I just need Jetman. Oh no, actually they started up again. So I need Jetman, 5-man, Abba Rangers coming up.
Oh wow.
Oh, and Deca.
Mm.
Deca Ranger.
I was gonna say, shout out to Tokushoutsu because they were the only reason. Well, not the only reason, but they were like a main focus reason as to why I saw all of Kuga
Oh yeah.
and like one cohesive long marathon. That was so good. Joe Odagiri is the man. Anyways, Tokushoutsu is really good. Play it on every time.
Yeah, so you have it on Twitch all day long.
Yeah, all day long.
Yeah.
Literally. Literally.
With that, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Cho Superhero Time. Was that it? Did you talk about anything else that happened to you this week? That was it, huh?
No. Oh, but you know what did happen? I did get my manga that came in last week.
Oh yeah.
The Dead Show. So I love the concept of the Demon King and Hero. I don't know if you know about that.
No. That's a concept?
Yeah, so it was it was like a fairy tale, and this guy, forget his name, made a story out of it. Mao Yusha, which is Demon King archenemy, and Hero. If you've seen that anime, do you know anything about it? It's really good.
Wagamao.
I suggest everyone to watch it. I got hyper fixated on it for a long time. After I saw all 12 episodes, I got, oh man, it was like in my brain.
That's what I've been doing too. Go ahead.
So I had it as soon as I remembered I had this hyperfixation in 2014, whenever I watched it for the first time, when it aired for the first time. Now we have access to adult money, and we have this wonderful website called Mandarake. I ordered last year all of the Mao Yusha manga 1 through 18, and the subsequent sort of how you say chibi manga, Over the Hill, and the side story of the Water Witch. That's 3 manga right there. And I was missing the other 3 light novels that came out with it, which I got on Mandarake, which was the stuff that I got last week. What I didn't know is that the light novels came with drama CD tracks. So all of the light novels have drama CD tracks I can listen to while I'm reading it.
Nice.
When I don't read Japanese. And I can't find any information about this because it's not American and it wasn't popularized here. There's no English version of these audio CDs. There's no English version of the light novels. There's no information anywhere about any of this stuff aside from the anime and then the one manga that came out, which is the 1 through 18. So this is something I've been hyperfixated on for a little bit and collecting everything. I love it.
Yeah.
Just everything about it.
One last thing before we really do get into the episodes this week. I have been rewatching the hell out of Death Note.
Yeah, you have. Every time I come in here, it's Death Note in here.
Yeah. I don't know why. I think I just needed something that I had seen before that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
So if you haven't, go ahead. And I'm watching the anime.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. Don't watch the live action movie on Netflix. Just watch the anime on Netflix.
Is it tragic to know that some people that was their first exposure?
That's terrible. Well, yes and no, because a lot of people. So what happened was whenever they did that movie, there was enough informed people to know that it was going to be bad.
Right.
So people that hadn't been exposed to Death Note before, their first and only exposure was this live action movie. I saw a lot of people that were going out of their way to watch the anime to get prepared for
Oh, cool.
this shitty movie.
Right.
So, in a way, I'm grateful that that shitty movie exists, just so that it helped bring in people that would not have normally. Like, I think that live action movie is utter dog shit. Like, there's nothing redeeming about it.
Which I haven't seen.
You haven't seen it, then you don't have to.
Okay.
Maybe for Lakeith Stanfield, he's one of my favorite actors.
Oh, okay.
He plays L in the live action movie.
Uh-huh.
He's in Get Out.
Whoa.
Have you seen Get Out?
I have. He's in that?
He's the one that says Get Out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, barely. I saw that movie in high school.
Okay.
I
Wow.
barely remember that.
What else is he in? He's in
Kamen Rider Double.
no. He's
Oh,
in
okay.
Atlanta. I don't know if you've seen Atlanta.
I have not seen Atlanta.
Okay. Atlanta's amazing. Doesn't matter. That movie sucks and the anime is amazing.
Mhm.
So if you haven't, check that out. Now, you want to take the lead on the conversation for the episodes?
Yeah, let's try it. First time. Superhero time. Geats number 38, 29,
29.
29, and King-Ohger number 6. We start off Geats with the farmer guy. Forget his name. Cool guy. He's out here in this construction site for whatever reason. He's digging up some of those ID cores. We see him in the episode all cracked up and all dirty and rusty. He's spraying some stuff. We don't know what it is yet. This is pretty much just foreshadowing. He sees this stuff in the dirt. He says, "Y'all been resting for too long. Y'all gotta get up. Like, we're in a dire situation because they blew up the last facility again." Here we are with everything. Now Buffa has the belt. He's the sort of game master, kind of, because he has the belt. Whatever. They're ramping up for the next game, which is a bullfight matador game. But before that, we cut to the villains here. Afterwards, we cut to the Neon celebrating her birthday, or making an announcement for the birthday on her fan channel, her hyper fan channel. It's just a quick little message. Hey guys, it's my birthday. I hope you wish me all a happy birthday, or hope I get whatever. She gets really sad about it for some reason. We don't know at the moment. She gets really sad about it after the live stream stops. She says, "So it's the anniversary of my darkest day," or something along those lines. And we don't really know yet at the moment. Then after that, we see Geats and Shinobi Keiwa in the store together, which is weird. It's weird seeing them together. It's not really. It's a weird combo for them together. Oh Jesus! Oh yeah, that was a little flashback. Whenever she was saying "my darkest day" or whatever, this was the flashback. Her as a little girl in a random building, alone or with somebody. Heavy foreshadowing. Then Geats and Keiwa together. They're talking about what they're gonna get Neon for her birthday. Geats says, "I'm not gonna get her anything. She is a superstar. She has everything she wants. No point in me getting something for her." But you know, kind of a dick move, but whatever. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, I like this part because
It's them together.
They're like in their civilians and they're actually hanging out. What was kind of like touching on this scene is how casually Keiwa is talking to Ace about him having lived past lives and that he has memories from all the lives.
Yeah.
And Ace is like, "Wow, you're really cool with this." And Keiwa is basically like, "Yeah, I mean, you're still Ace."
Yeah, he's still the same guy, even though he's lived however many lives. Which is really, I like Keiwa a lot. He is truly the embodiment of a Kamen Rider. He's cool with it. He's fighting the good fight for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Like we see in the next scene. Oh.
This is like the barrier that comes up that stops Ace from proceeding.
Oh, that's right.
Into the stadium.
Because Keiwa sees the Jamato, follows him through a tunnel. Ace gets stuck on the other side, and then we see Keiwa here.
Right into Star Wars. What was it?
Yeah. So the scene before, I said it was Star Wars. The clip before, I said it was Star Wars because in the prequels, it was Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, and they were going through the force fields. I don't know if you remember that.
No, I haven't seen that.
Well, it was the force field. It's the same thing like this. Qui-Gon went to fight Darth Maul, and Obi-Wan was stopped by the ray shield while he watched Qui-Gon Jinn fight Darth Maul.
Oh.
So I was thinking,
okay.
oh my god, like Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Because the ray shield, and he can't get in, and he has to watch this fight. And then here's the big surprise. It's the Matador fight, or whatever they name it. It's a tournament, pretty much. The hero against the Yamato villain.
It's not a tournament. It's a single one-on-one death match.
There you go. Oh yeah.
It's basically best 2 out of 3.
Yes, the heroes versus the Yamato, with the end being Geats versus Ace. In the fight log.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. They're preparing for Neon's birthday. The previous game master lets them know. Keiwa's doing great in the match. He's beating up on him like crazy good. And then as he's about to do the finishing move, this spike comes up out of the water out of nowhere, signifying that these guys are not playing fair, as they would. It's supposed to be a one-on-one. Keiwa says, it's supposed to be a one-on-one fight. What's going on? And they say, what are you supposed to... You expect us to fight fair?
Yeah.
Come on. And there's Keiwa losing. Which sucks, man. He's always the punching bag.
Yep.
That's how it happens. Here's him in jail with Naj Sparrow. Which, man, he's kind of a butthole, like the entire way.
Naj Sparrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Buffa's a little bit miffed off by it. At first, he was saying, this is my game. Stop trying to interfere. Because he didn't know that they were cheating with this Yamato you see to the right that can put the spikes there.
Yeah, all things considered, Buffa was supposed to be in charge of the game.
Yeah.
And he's kind of upset that Baroba is cheating using an extra monster, so it's 2-on-1 instead.
1-on-1.
Which is, say what you will about him, but I guess he still has that class, I guess. Pride that he wants to do things the right way. He doesn't want to cheat.
Yeah.
So
sure.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's good to always see the development. Again, Buffa's number one villain.
Oh.
He has honor. And then we see Neon by herself, reminiscing, or just being sad. Kyun in the background coming to give her a present. Doesn't know what to say at first. Gets embarrassed by Neon. Starts being salty boy again. And they get into a little bit of a spat here. And she discovers, or she blatantly points out that he is the sponsor. And he's
before this, he was sort of playing around with her, leaving notes and stuff, and not really introducing himself. And her sponsor, as far as she knew, or as far as we were to believe that she knew, was this letter that would write notes to her.
Yeah.
But she figured out it's actually this guy.
It's probably the gold hair.
It's probably that when they were fighting the 4 sponsors, she did deduction on that. I don't know.
Maybe,
Who knows?
I mean, she's smart. She knows.
So he's sort of an asshole to her in person, but on the notes he's so sweet. So she gets upset that he can't decide, or she doesn't know what the real him is, and he even says that the asshole is the real him when it's not. He feels really weird about it. Just like with Zine, this dude is discovering emotions.
Yeah, the future people don't really know emotions that well.
Yeah.
He's kind of like he's being a shy teenager. He wants to say that he likes her, but then he says the total opposite, which he even says.
Yeah.
Like I say the opposite of what I feel.
So next we see him out at this flower shop, and that's where we see her dad.
Time fire.
And they talk to each other. And
oh god.
They just have a discussion. The focal point here is the flowers on the table.
Yes.
He asks Kyun asks Time Fire if those flowers are for his daughter. He says yes.
Ominous music
He's
plays.
not lying. Yeah. So that's where we see Geats here at this like abandoned building.
Yep.
Where we find out that 11 years ago, Neon was actually, Neon was actually kidnapped. And the family had to pay a ransom to get her back.
Uh-huh.
And it was a huge deal, because they are a big, rich family, royal family. I don't know if they're royal, but they're rich. They're a rich family.
Super connected.
Because I mean, that's the whole point. The bad guys wanted ransom to get her back. So we do see clips of from that, but Geats sort of interferes because he earlier noticed that Neon was feeling upset about her birthday, and he's like, "That's weird. Why are you upset for your birthday?" So he's kind of investigating, and we see a news report about that happening. So he shows up and he sees the dad here. So he's just like, "Hey, what's going on? What is this?" And he sort of just walks by like, "Don't interfere with, don't meddle in this.
Don't mess with me."
And Geats is like, Ace is like, yeah, I don't mean to. Like, whatever, shut up, dude.
Yeah. And Time Fire gets butthurt. He's like, "Don't interfere with my family. I have sponsor ties. I could have your belt revoked."
Yeah, and that's why Ace is like, well, never mind, dog.
like literally.
So Geats goes to Neon and sort of talks to her about it, and she explains that 11 years ago they paid the ransom, and there we see the dad
Kidnapped on your birthday,
reuniting with his daughter, and we see here what, TJ, Tony,
nothing.
So we see here she's celebrating her birthday because they got her back on her birthday, of course, the whole thing. So that's why her birthday is like such a sad deal for her.
It's good and it's sad.
And then we see Jamato come, and it's her turn to do this 1v1 fight. But Geats runs ahead of her and takes a shot because he can sense there's something wrong with her, something not going right. So he wants to jump in.
Yeah.
So we see the graphic change from Neon to Geats.
That's pretty cool.
I like that there's some Jamato, I guess, in the back on the computer that's running this stuff. I guess. We see Geats use the you're right?
Yeah, I just flipped.
The Magnum Ninja buckles. Pretty cool. And he does this cool move right here.
Oh, dude, that was so cool.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
When I saw it, I popped off, dude.
Yeah.
So he grabs him by the head with his Magnum top, ninja bottom. He does the revolve while still grabbing the Jamato's head, jumps on top of him, revolves so that Magnum becomes his feet and Ninja's his head. He flips him with his feet that is now still grabbing his head and tosses him around. That is so cool. That's such a cool way to implement the revolve feature into a fight. We've never seen that before. It's them watching.
And then Baroba comes on. She has a special announcement.
That's a good picture.
And she has major news on Neon. And in the editing and the way the episode happens, we just hear her say, "I have an announcement."
Yep.
And then nothing but silence, and then we see people's reactions, and then it cuts back to her laughing. Oh, that's it for now.
Like everyone's reactions, like all the cast.
So the announcement happens here, and everybody sort of reacts to it, and Geats is pissed.
Oh, super. He doesn't even say a word.
No, he does not say a word. He upgrades to laser boost
immediately
and goes ham.
Super anime.
Some cool shots. Are you burping?
Yeah.
Okay. You can turn to the side.
Yeah. Super anime, really cool Kitsune imagery with the glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool.
So Neon gets an alert to go back to her dorm, her little sponsor room, where she sees all the plush stuffed animals and everything that her fans got her for her birthday. Yay.
Yeah.
And they're talking, I guess they're the avatars of the people.
So that's what I was going to say. We know that the frog is the statue. I speculated beforehand that Kyun was the letter, like physically he was the letter.
Okay.
I thought at first when I saw the plushies that these were the future people. That they're like actually in the room with her. Not just a small little note. It's probably not true. That's her blowing out the candles.
So yeah, happy times, and
happy birthday.
And then everybody starts bad mouthing her because this announcement was supposed to happen during her fight.
Right.
But because Geats jumped in, she didn't get to see the announcement. So
she's out of the loop.
Everybody's reacting to the announcement. So now she gets to watch it, experience it. And we go back to that day where she was kidnapped as a kid.
Is that the farmer?
And it turns out where?
The guy,
the investigator?
With the note, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe that'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
So it turns out that the original daughter died.
Oh.
And we get this scene again, but this time instead of the little girl coming up to the daddy, it's the police officers holding him back.
Oh my god!
I didn't get a shot of the
body.
No, but I got a shot of her fading away.
Oh my god!
Going to her mom.
You have to watch this episode to get the full impact because I was in my seat. We were just watching it. I was in my seat. I was almost like on the verge of tears watching this, just watching her collapse like that.
So if you remember earlier, we saw her celebrate her birthday with her cake with her mom.
Yeah.
And actually,
it didn't happen. Jesus Christ.
This is like dark.
This is like for real sad.
This is a dark episode.
Because before we see her in that spot and Neon wants to take a bite of the cake, but she's sad because she just got kidnapped, so she can't. So the mom hugs onto her and it's still like, oh, it's okay. They're there. And in this one, she's just...
So the original daughter's name, which is a weird thing that they're doing. I don't know why they didn't keep it the same name. There might be something to that. But the original daughter's name was Akari.
Yes.
And it turns out Time Fire made a wish with the producer. He paid for a wish, basically. And in doing so, the producer is able to use Time Fire to sort of fund a lot of stuff that's happening.
Yeah.
So... his wish was a world where his daughter existed, or a perfect world for his ideals.
There you go. The embodiment of his ideas, his daughter, or his ideals.
So she actually becomes... So she dies, this girl here.
Yes.
But Neon is like the replacement. So that was some of the stuff that the fans, quote-unquote fans, were shouting at her as little teddy bears. So this is a revelation. She didn't know this.
Yeah. Whoa.
That was it. So Kyun comes to see her. It's too late. She just heard the news.
Yeah.
And the episode sort of ends with Geats still going ham on that one monster. And yeah, that's this episode. What'd you think?
So, God damn it. It's only certain episodes in Tokusatsu that get me really emotional. And it's the kid death episodes that get me really emotional. I don't know why. Or it's the sad mother episodes that get me incredibly emotional.
Yeah.
Like how, in our past, you used to be an asshole and play this little thing about Hotaha, or no.
So I would get...
I forget her name.
When I would get drunk and I would just watch Tokusatsu Sentai,
Butthole.
I would invite my brother Tony over here. Hey, you want to watch something? And I would have a playlist set up, and every now and then I would have the clip from Shinkenger of Mako seeing her mom again at the airport. That is a very
just thinking about it makes me want to cry.
Episode.
Oh
it's very, very good. If you haven't had a chance to check out Shinkenger, do that.
That's probably why Shinkenger is my number 2.
But that is a very impactful episode. So I would just, play that just to get a reaction out of Tony.
And that helped too because that made me want to watch more Tokusatsu. Because of that. But super sad episode, very good episode. They can't keep doing this to us. Geats up until the last 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes has just been slow and kind of boring and not exactly what I thought it was going to be. But now it's coming up with this shit. Like, what they can't keep doing this to us.
Yeah, so apparently this is going to be the thing for this month. We're going to see the ramifications and the effects of this.
Mm-hmm.
this month. So we'll see what happens.
It's too good.
I did enjoy this episode. I do like that we're starting to get heavy hits. I don't know what it means though, because the wish that he wished for was a world, right? A world where this existed.
Yes.
So when somebody else makes a wish, why does she still exist?
Huh. I didn't think about
Because
that.
you're making a new world.
Mm-hmm.
So
I thought it was changing the world.
no, the goddess of creation. They're creating.
That's right. That's
And
right. That's right.
she's a being of the goddess. So it could just be that she's created and boom, now she just is.
She
just
has
exists.
She has OP.
We haven't really seen much of what's coming up in the toys. We've only gotten like rumored lists of stuff. But I hope something comes from it. I don't think it will, because I think I mentioned this last week. She should get a power up. I don't think she is, but she deserves one.
Absolutely.
Just like how Geats got the zine form onto him, it would be cool if she got a form where she got this lion dude, Kyun, his rider form onto her. That would be really neat. But that's just me being pessimistic, because they should do this, but they're not.
But they're probably not.
They probably won't.
Another thing from this episode, I watched a lot of anime. This reminded me a lot of an anime.
This feels like spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
So spoiler alert for Gundam Witch from Mercury.
Oh, that's too recent. I don't think you should do that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
That's last year though.
The Witch from Mercury is from last year.
Yeah, last year.
I thought that was this year.
No? January? Maybe. No, it was last year. Last year. Because it was in Giga's top anime of the year, and that was at the very end. Well, another thing, Neon Genesis Evangelion, this is reminiscent of Rei Ayanami for me, only in the fact that this is Neon number 2, or Akari number 2, which is what the haters label her as, Akari number 2, fake, cheater, liar, whatever. In Evangelion, we have Rei, who is a copy of the original Rei that was killed as a child.
I don't know about any of this.
Gundam G Witch from Mercury. The only thing that I want to say about that is that in that series, a sad song is the Happy Birthday song, which I did mention when we were watching it the first time. I didn't realize, or it didn't come up to the part with the big reveal yet. But I said, "Oh, Happy Birthday! That's a sad song in G Witch as well." And then, oh man, this happens.
I'm trying not to pay attention to any of this. If anybody listening wants to leave hate comments, go ahead and direct them towards Toku Tony for spoiling several anime.
Evangelion came out in
1 million years ago.
In 97. G Witch came out last year. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's really good.
All I'm saying is you could have just said, this reminds me of this from this. If you watched it, you know. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
But you went specific.
But fuck it, dude. I love Gundam. Side note, whatever. What do you think about the episode?
I liked it. It's good. It's doing its emotional thing. For reasons, the King-Ohger episode that we watched today had me more emotional.
Yeah.
But that's for, again, reasons. Neon is cool and I like this, but I really want to know what happens next. So that's signs of a good show, right? You want to know what happens next.
Absolutely.
So after Geats was King-Ohger episode 5.
Very good.
So it starts with Gira being taken on a chain outside to Gokan, which is Rita's country.
Mm-hmm. Snowy prison.
Hachioger and Raklis are looking for the Gold Scorpion, shoe god, legendary shoe god.
Yes.
And this is just to show what the world looks like here at Gokan. It's very cold, freezing, and they put him in a snowman.
They snowball him.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. So they get there and immediately Rita has visitors outside the door, outside the gate. We get a cool shot of her there, double eyes.
Something's happening
double
there.
colored eyes. and the studio light that they use to light the room. Really cool henshin. What's really interesting is we see that the henchmen actually do speak some language or whatever.
Yeah, it was cool.
Rita whoops that ass. And she calls Gokhan the prison at the end of the world. I thought this was just a cool shot. There's gonna be like cool shots that I got for King-Ohger. Like that, where the butterfly's on her shoulder and then it flies away.
Their introduction was so cool. Probably the best introduction.
Rita's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
So we see Rita conducting court and sends a guy to jail for scalping this little white monster thing, plushie.
Yeah.
So this looks like a typical day here, where Rita has their little assistant, and Rita needs a break every now and then, so they go to their room, and there we meet Muffin.
So this was blindsided. This blindsided me. Too bad. Craziness. I didn't expect this.
Mm-hmm.
What is it, Super Blast X?
Well, in terms Tokusatsu fans will get, it looks like Rita is Patoren Sango.
Yep.
From Pat Ranger.
Uh-huh.
They are a big softie, and they love this little guy, or I guess big guy, named Mofan. You can see there on her little carpet, all the little guys jamming. Oh man, that is adorable.
She's secretly a softie. I did not expect them to go this route, but now
I was waiting for this.
I thought.
Did I call this?
I'm not sure.
Probably. Did. I may have called this with Nito.
You know what? I think you exactly called this with Patoren Sango, with that exact reference too.
That they were gonna be like a Patoren Sango.
I think so.
A big softie.
I think I remember you saying that.
What's really great about this is, well, first of all, they're buried in their work. You can see all the books around. Rita takes their job very seriously.
Oh yeah.
As the Supreme Court Justice, like they are the top authority for this, for justice and everything. But here with Mofan, they'll actually like voice Mofan, like they're talking to them. It's pretty great. This is also great. Her little assistant is outside the door listening, dying, and how adorable it is.
We only heard her a couple times in the episode. We've only seen her a handful of times in the show. She is the best character, hands down.
Wow.
Morphonia. I have her pulled up right now on my phone.
Oh, that's their name, Morphonia?
Yeah. Morfonia. I love her.
What is it again?
Morfonia. Morphonia.
Morphonia.
I don't know. Just first impressions. She's so cool.
Yeah.
I love her. But this blindsided me like crazy.
This is fantastic.
What a twist.
What does this do to you for Papal and Ohger? Does it take or do you like or do you not like this?
I like it. It just goes in a totally different direction to what I thought, because this does not take away from the fact that Rita is an absolute badass and she's the judge, jury, and executioner. But this just adds another level of character that, so it's not all about the job.
You know me.
Yeah.
What do you think this did to me?
I think this made Rita the best character in the show for you. I think this makes Rita number one.
Maybe. I don't know, man. My heart melted 100%. This is one of the most adorable things. The fact that they like voice Mofun.
Yeah.
While talking to it,
and they pose it too. They like put there it is. Oh my god!
Look at that guy
with the mask off and everything from Rita.
Oh yeah,
you can see her mouth.
She's a cutie pie.
Yeah.
Look at Mofun though. Look at the little ones down there. Look at the sweater that she has hanging.
I didn't see that.
In the pocket, the sleeves are in the pocket. Look, just look.
Oh my god!
Look at him. This might be the thumbnail.
This could be the. Wouldn't that be revealing a little bit?
Yeah.
This This is a little bit hurt.
Maybe that's the thumbnail. No, it is a reveal. I should
so
know,
good.
but it's such a good picture.
This adds another level to this character that I thought was going to be the one-dimensional judge, jury, executioner. That wow, Jesus H Christ, so good.
I'm glad they did this.
Oh, this is totally secretive, by the way.
Oh yeah, nobody's supposed to know about this.
The assistant
Kind
doesn't
of.
know. Kind of. Because she giggles and everything whenever she hears
I
Rita
do love
on
that
the door.
Morphina.
Yeah. Morphina? Morphonia. Morphina.
Anyway,
Morphina.
Morphina time.
Beat your ass.
Vote below which joke was better, Morphina time or Morphina beat your ass. Thank you. So yeah, she's dying outside.
Laughing.
She's dying because it's so adorable, just like everybody else. I love that she's a reaction to. She is the mirror to how the audience is reacting.
I think this shot of her like dying laughing and her being at the door and everything, because she plays along with it. I'll be like, she knows, but she's not gonna tell Rita.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what made me love her. I think so.
So Death No Rock finds out. Oh, so earlier Hachioger has a discussion with Reckless, and they find out, like I said, they're looking for the Scorpion, and we find out that Scorpion actually lives under the snow in Gokan. And then we find out that Death No Rock finds out somehow.
That same information somehow.
Yes.
At the same time, somehow.
I can guess who.
Yeah.
We'll get that at the end. So then we see Rita just doing their duties. They're interviewing each of the kings from the other kingdoms. And here we sort of realize that, yeah, Gira can't control
Gira can control
King-Ohger.
the sword.
No, the mech, King-Ohger.
Oh, right.
Or he can't have access to the sword unless there's some royalty in him. And that's just how it is.
That's just point blank period. And look at these guys.
And Rita's reaction is
to scream at the top of her lungs.
So you know me.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, no, yeah, this upped it.
Yes.
This upped it a lot.
You weirdo. So the reason we said maybe people know about this, maybe people don't, is that in this scene she pulls out a pocket mofun.
She just turns around and pulls it out.
And again talks to it.
And it talks back.
But it's her, and it's great.
And she does the classic Sentai bit where she moves it with her thumbs and her hands to make it talk.
Yeah.
All these guys are delinquents. They have the delinquent sit stance, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. They're like his royal guards.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
So then they go after Ran, Himeno Ran, where Rita's basically like, hey, you helped him. I'm gonna go after you. And Ran's like, I'd like to see you try, bitch.
There's already drama going on.
It's pretty great.
Such a good shot, man.
Yeah, there it is. I'd like to see you try. Oh, it's so good. See, she's supposed to be my no. They could be both my favorite.
Yeah,
oh, look, she has like pink in her hair.
Oh, I didn't notice that before.
That's cool.
Her skin just blows out the picture and in most of her scenes because she's so pale.
Yeah.
Like that.
Oh, so she asks her. Sorry, Rita asks Ran. Himeno Ran. Is it Himeno Ran? Or I think people refer to her as just Himeno. I thought Ran was her first name. Anyway, Rita asks her if he has a good doctor. I know it's Himeno Ran.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should call her Ran or if I should call her Himeno.
Himeno?
I'm gonna say Ran because because of girls. Ishi Ran. Anyway, Rita asks her for a good doctor, and Ran, being Ran, walks all the goddamn down way to the bottom level.
All the way down the stairs. Walks
so far from her, turns around and says, "You're looking at her." So dramatic, but it's so great. And then we see Rita at Hachioger's, and for some reason Hachioger's just like, I don't know, talking shit about Gira. Like, oh, I heard that he's the greatest thief and this and that, and he has a band of this, and
He says to Rita, Gira is the leader of this band of assassins and tyrants. So I've heard.
so I've heard. Yeah, everything he says is so I've heard.
So I've heard. He's a great he's a great tyrant and whatever. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
So I don't know how or what way he's like helping, but that's what's happening here. And then just a cool shot of them eating.
Really good. She has to go over the mask. Attention to detail.
And then Tony's favorite scene.
Oh man, you know me, Super Blast X.
Yes.
What's the one thing
yes.
I love? Slaps. I love when people get slapped in these shows. So Rita is talking to Rackley's about the information. Rackley's is like, I hope you execute him already. Like, come on, what's the holdup? Rita's like, we still have some information to catch up on, dude. Calm down. And Rackley's is like, if you set him free, I will have to go after you and your country and your people. Just know. Rita does not have any of that shit. Immediately goes up to him and slaps the fuck out of him. Oh my god.
They take off their glove.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a good detail.
Apologies to everybody that were jumping around between they and she. We're trying to keep it androgynous.
Yeah.
But it's not common in these shows.
It's not conscious in my head to talk about them as them.
Yeah.
But
the actress is I like the actress Yuzuki.
Such a powerful slap. Oh my god. They quiet the music and they focus on that slap.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
And then she says, sorry. That was just a mosquito. Oh, there's a good shot.
Yeah, there's a good
Oh my god. She says, sorry. I saw a mosquito. And there's blood right there on her hand from the mosca. And Reckless is like, this is assault, right? And she was like, she plays that card. She's like, was that really enough to hurt you, little bitch?
Oh man, yeah.
She plays that card immediately, and Reckless is like, oh yeah, touche, fucking touche.
This dude's playing the hell out of this character.
Him and Gira are acting their heart out in this show.
This guy is acting like he's on Game of Thrones, and I love it.
Oh yeah, and here's my bestie pulling out a lock of Gira's hair.
How to lock this one hair?
So yeah, Japanese hair is a lock. Nope. Gira is in the -10 Celsius cell.
So everybody in the country either has been or is
a criminal,
and they are in the prison there. So everybody hates Rita's guts.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
So Gira sympathizes because he knows it's tough, even though you have to abide by the law and everything. People are gonna hate you or whatever. So he sort of sympathizes with them. Excuse me, Jesus.
What does he say? Justice always gets hated on.
Yeah,
that's what he says. Hated on.
Yeah, that's it.
We
get another random scream from Rita.
This scream is even better, because it's cut off. The best kind of screams.
Right before this, we see them talking to Rita. Sorry, Rita. We see them talking to Ran about something, and then everybody comes up.
Oh, she screams because she is watching the conversation with Morphina and Gira.
No. There's a portal or a little TV screen here, and it's Ran, because Ran just told them something.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Damn, how did I forget that?
So yeah, they're here. They're coming to Gokan to see this trial for Gira, and this is the first time since the first episode we see Rackless with Gira. So I'm telling you, man, Rackless is acting his ass off.
So emotional, this guy.
So pissed. Look at that fucking mug. I want to hit the shit out of this dude.
Yeah, he has his chin up, his eyes squinted, his little watery. He's getting emotional.
Nah, he's great.
Gira too.
And this is Gira turn around to see him, and he's pissed. And and these are just again cool shots of this trial. This is where Rita declares Gira is innocent, and everybody's shocked.
Innocent.
We find out that Rainbow Judia is not in any books except for some up to 10 years ago.
Yes.
Where we find out, or 10 years ago in the Shogun, what is it? What is his country?
In the, shoot, I forget the country.
In Kabuto-Oger's country.
Ishibana. No? The hell, that's Sebastian. No, Kospa, Ishibana, Gokan, Tofu. Oh, Shogudan.
Shogudan, that's what it's called. So this is only in the records books of Shogudan.
From the castle, right? From the royal chef.
Yeah. From the royal chef.
Yeah, from the royal chef.
Which leads into, Gira is probably royalty.
Ooh.
And we find out to what extent that is. That is really good casting. That looks just like a young Rackley's.
They look just like him.
Which is him. That is young Rackley's.
Young Rackley's and young Gira.
And guess who's, next to him is Gira.
Oh my god.
So we find out that they are actually brothers.
Oh my god, estranged brothers.
I told you this is some, not estranged, one of them knew. I'm telling you, this is like some Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah. And they're fond here.
Maybe
I
he
don't know
knew.
what happened.
They could do the thing where Rackley's, they both didn't know, and Rackley's did what he had to do or something. I don't know. There's a reason why I'm saying this, but
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
The casting director deserves an award.
Yeah, that looks like young Rackley's.
Yeah.
So this is the face of realization.
Oh, that's a good
realizing.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Everybody realizing, look at how toned Tone Boy is. Look at that.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't
Look at
notice
his
that.
arm. Oh, yeah, he's a kickboxer.
Oh, that's right.
I told you about that.
Yeah. Even the stagehand is his expression.
Yeah. Everybody reacting. So the one on the left actually shows up in that flashback.
Yeah. He knows.
So I would assume they both know.
Yeah.
Something happened. And
look at his face. God damn it.
He sort of waves it off and says, okay. Well, the ruling is Gira didn't do anything illegal. He was just a royal.
Right.
He's royalty coming to his power and doing what he has to do.
Using his birthright.
His birthright, because he can command Kuwagata.
Kuwagata.
The Kuwagata, but also the whole King-Ohger mech. The thing is, what Rackless was trying to say was that he stole it and he was invading other countries, and none of that's true. Again, we see that Rita. Oh no, this is But he says, "Where's the proof?" And this is earlier when I was saying that Rita was talking to somebody, talking to Ran through that video communication site. Ran knew because she ran the tests.
She ran the DNA tests.
DNA tests, and she saw.
She's Murray. She's Murray.
Murray.
Yeah.
What's that?
You are the father.
Mari.
You are brothers.
James Murr from the Practical Jokers as Mari.
Yes.
Deal with that what you will.
Murray.
So we can see, she
shit-eating grin.
She been knew. She helped because she's the doctor who was able to compare the DNA.
Yep.
Or the computer did at least. That's why the blood from the mosquito from the slap and the hair that Mofina pulled out from.
It was all a part of the plan. Such a good shot.
Innocent. Then Rackless is like, well, how can you prove that he didn't terrorize while he was in each country? So Rita, doing their job, spoke with whoever Gira interacted with.
All the testimonies.
And we can see Gira is really friendly, having fun with this little kid. This kid from that episode too, if you remember, like Rita's holding a little flower there.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
and the vegetable kid when he gave him the dirty vegetable
Yeah.
for
Uh,
eating takoyaki.
and then of course with the kids from
The very first episode, the
yeah,
kids from Shogodam,
cool.
Shogodam,
And we see that
Shogodam.
uh Gira is like a good guy. Well, I like what the girl says here. She says he'll even be the bad guy for everybody's benefit.
Yeah,
If nobody wants to be the bad guy, Gira will. He'll take that blame.
because
He'll
he's
take
selfless.
that. So that explains why he's trying to be like the demon king, or whatever, to have somebody to be the driving bad force or whatever.
In the beginning of the episode, he was playing it up whenever he was in the chains, floating from the shoe god.
Oh yeah.
He was saying, "Ha ha ha! What is this torture?" Rita says, "It's transportation." He says, "I see," in like a super dramatic, like acting sort of
Mhm.
way, and he's like that the entire way until he gets snowballed.
Yeah.
And he says, he tells Rita, "Take me to Rackley's now," and Rita says, "No, dude, you're going to jail. Like you're gonna get trialed." And Gear's saying, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was only acting. I'm trying to be the bad guy to help everyone out. Like, calm down. I'm trying to do the right thing." And that was sort of the first like hint for her, I guess. Oh my god.
So we see a bit of Brackley's losing it.
Oh
I
god.
had to get this shot of him laughing and, like I said, losing it. So yeah, this is the realization that no, he's innocent.
Yeah.
This is after Rita clanged it 3 times like a gavel.
Mm-hmm. She says, "I am law.
Yeah.
You
So
listen to me."
as soon as this is over, or right as it finishes, the Bugnarok show up. This bad guy here. It looks kind of cool.
Yeah. Was it Fire Ant?
Probably, yeah, huh? You
Yeah.
can see the head.
You see the eyes?
Yeah. And then we get this cool shot of the gang walking up.
Yeah.
Rita shows up and gives him his sword.
Yeah.
So they can all henching together. She's cold.
She says, "Hurry it up, man."
And everybody has to say the little thing. But I really like this shot because those 3 had an adventure with him.
Yeah.
So
He was bullshitting the entire time.
yeah. I just like that they get to have that little like
Liar.
reaction to him, yeah. And then they get their little henshin moment.
You can see his feet.
And he gets Gira gets tripped by Yanma. Huh? And then they all henshin. Bing, 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 bing.
Oh man.
So they look really cool together, and we still have not gotten a full team
Henshin.
roll call or henshin or anything like that.
Yeah.
But that's fine. This was really cool the way they did this one. And then we have a cool fight out here in the snow.
It's Star Wars. It's Star Wars all over again. They did it. They cracked the code.
That'd be funny if you just get one random shot of somebody licking it and going, "It's salt." Anyway, man, that movie, huh?
It's so bad.
No, we're not gonna get into it.
All right. Yeah. No.
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 So we get some cool shots here, some cool fights of them in the snow in the woods here.
Uh-huh.
It does look really, really cool. And then the monster turns big like he does every week, like they do every week.
Monster of the week, baby.
And Papillon gets to join the fight this time. This is when they all mess up because every single one of them wants to take the lead.
Yeah, they all want to be the leader.
And they screw it up until they finally get together. What is this? Oh no, I just took this shot because everything's practical.
Yeah.
Like, those are actual suits. The mountains are actually miniatures. I saw a picture of this on Twitter.
Oh wow.
In the background is that big screen that they're doing, like the void.
Yeah, the
type
void.
Thing. So this shot just looks really cool. Like,
That's
you
when
can see.
the sword got pushed out.
No,
got
the
kicked
sword got
out?
pushed out at the beginning, the very start of the fight. The sword got pushed out.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This is when they got the sword back.
God, look at those miniatures.
This is when they're fighting amongst themselves until they go, okay, go by my lead.
Yeah.
And they all in sync do the final blow, and that looks really, really kick ass.
All of the shoe gods light up with intensity, and we get a little shot of all the shoe god crystals lighting up from all of their characters, all of their charisma.
That's
And the final shot.
big strike and finish. So that was really, really, really cool. So they get out, they look at each other, and they all go in their separate ways. And Gira, what does Gira say as he's walking away? They all go separate. I really like that. They don't like, all right, guys, that was cool. Let's meet up again, or hey, we'll see you around the next time this happens. They just leave. They just separate. They're all 5 of their own selves.
I like that it's all like known. Like, okay, we're a team now. Let's just go back to our own things, deal with our own things.
I don't know if they're a team now, but yeah.
Well, they said the Quentin Alliance or something like that.
Oh, that's what Hachioger said.
Yeah.
And that's when everybody said you're a liar. Like he said that he'd seen this coming or something like that.
I had foreseen this for so long time.
Yeah,
Evan
as Gears walking away, he says,
oh, such a great line. He says, Rackley's, I'm coming for your head. Jesus Christ.
That's how royal talks. That's how royalty talks.
That's how royalty talks.
Yeah, it's bananas. So
he says, Rackley's, I'm coming for your head.
And kind of like the last episode where it ended 4 different times, this one kind of ends 2-3 times.
Yeah.
We go back to Gokhan and we see inside Rita's kingdom that there's these giant holes that were dug.
Uh-huh.
But it's kind of interesting that is like that when there's like stairs coming up here. So that's ground, but the castle.
It's like they dug into the mountain.
Is that not castles?
No, yeah,
the stairs.
Yeah, it's castle.
Okay.
It's like they dug into the mountain.
It's like they had this one interior shot and they did what they could with what they had. Anyway,
you know what? I think you're right.
So we can see Morphina is badly injured.
My girl, no.
Because somebody came and got the MacGuffin that we mentioned earlier in the episode, the legendary scorpion. Shoe God. And it was this guy. I forgot his name.
Scholarly motherfucker. Big Bad. I call him Scholar. I don't know if I ever told you that because he has that hat and the tassel.
I think his name's easy to remember.
Oh yeah, he's Prime Minister Kamejin.
It's not easy. Kamejin.
Kamejin.
We see him with it. We see him handing it off to Rackley's. Not to Rackley's, excuse me.
Bugnarok.
To Bugnarok, but that's who I assume did all this. Rackley's told Bugnarok.
That's not his name.
About this.
I'm looking up on the wiki right now. Evil Empire Bugnarok. Leader. Nar-Aka King Desnarok.
Okay. Deathnarok.
Desnarok.
I've been saying Deathnarok.
I've been saying Bugnarok.
No, Bugnarok's the name of the
people.
Of the all the bad guys.
I gotta start reading. I've had this all wrong. But yeah. Has it now.
Yeah, so we get this shot of Rita realizing that he's got it. Oh, to me it seemed like they were also shocked that there was a treasure in this country, so they didn't even know about it.
Rita's final line was, "So there was a secret treasure underneath my kingdom."
Yeah.
Man, this episode got me riled up. Got me rowdy. Got me pretty fired up. Just them all in sync, all them together, henching. Yeah,
this was a great episode that really got to show the bits of personality each character has.
Yeah.
I liked all the scenes that Rita got to interact with each of the other King-Ohgers.
Mm-hmm.
There was a very small amount compared to the last episodes. A very small amount of Gira in this.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do, but it wasn't like the last couple ones. I told one of my buddies this on Discord. These past 5 episodes altogether could have been a movie.
Oh,
this all feels like it could have been one long narrative. Minus the last scene where we see the holes dug up in the kingdom.
Wow, that's so cool. I didn't think about that.
Like, the very first episode where he goes on the run to each of these little things that happen between, and to this episode where he's innocent and sort of the truth is revealed and stuff. That could have all been one pretty good arc, one good movie.
This episode didn't have an intro.
This didn't have an intro either.
And what we got with that was that secret ending, which is like at the end of a movie, the trailer for the next movie. It's like a little hint for the next movie. So yeah, it's
you mean
like
post-credit scene.
Yeah, post-credit scene. Wow, that's so cool. We could get those 5 episodes, mash it up, and release it illegally.
Yeah, sure. Like Toby Maguire, not Toby Maguire, Topher Grace
I told for Grace.
again.
Huh?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Um,
Star
because
Wars.
he did an edit of the prequels.
Everything.
He did everything.
I think so. I think that was his latest thing.
Um, but yeah, the mech fight was really cool. Them not agreeing to work together really immediately. Trying to take the lead. Rackless just being Rackless is really, 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 really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Mo Fun highlight of the episode,
You think?
little buddy. I don't know what's taking Premium Bandai so long to make that plushie.
Ooh,
But
that's
they're
good.
going to,
Yeah,
and they're going to sell it just like Patron Sango with her little potato pig.
Pond bear. Pond dog.
Yeah, there was a pan. Yeah,
Pond
there was a
pond
bread,
dog or
bread
pond bear.
one, and there's also the potato pig that's ugly that she likes.
The potato pig was cute. I like the pond dog, pond bear.
Yeah, what was it? Pond dog.
I think it was pond bear.
Anyway, that was a lot of fun. Actually, what did you think of the episode?
I think, man, you saying that it could be a movie, that makes this episode, that bumps it up. That's probably my favorite King-Ohger episode. I thought my favorite King-Ohger episode was number 2 so far.
Oh yeah, you said that.
This bumps it up to number 1, because wow, we get everyone, we get all their motivation and their personalities. We pretty much see Gira for the only scenes that we need him for. Again, this is bumped up to number 1 because the slap.
Yeah.
There's a great slap in this episode, and we get everyone's testimonies of everyone. They know Gira. They're being friends with him. They tell Rita, "Hey, he's a good guy. Calm down," and they're all like trying to get him not killed. And I really like that about everyone. They're all starting to trust him and really forming this team together. Now that we have this quote unquote alliance team, whatever, it's time to fight the bigger fight, which is not the biggest fight, but is a bigger fight, which is all of the kingdoms against Rackley's. Or just Gira against Rackley's.
So, yeah, I'll bring that up.
Do you have it?
After this episode aired. This aired, by the way, for us on April Fool's Day, but in Japan it was April 2nd.
I couldn't watch it at the time. I couldn't watch it live because I was on call, making an emergency call, or going to an emergency call. So I was not here to see it live with Super Blastex, which I am. Oh, I regret it so much because this episode's so great. But when this aired, this also came out alongside it.
They announced a YouTube spin-off for Rackley's. It's gonna come out on the 23rd, and we can see here he's gonna get his own suit. He's gonna be King-Ohger
With his own sword.
and he has his own gold sword.
Which we did see in this episode for
Yes.
just a little bit.
You can see it there.
Like, can you miss it?
I think the sword is called Ocaliber Zero. So
Oh.
it being called Zero makes me think that it's a prototype, maybe. And since it's void of color, that too.
Yeah.
But we'll see. If I open up YouTube. Yeah, the first thing.
Nice.
It's being covered on Soda Pop News. They had also announced that he's gonna be the last figure in the Yudo wave of King-Ohger,
Yeah.
which is really, really exciting. That is coming soon, and I can't wait.
We hadn't seen a lot of Yudo stuff from this because they were waiting for this episode to come out and to be revealed and have a whole nice six set. Six set.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say something about. Oh, you just brought it up about the Yudo. That was my final note. That this is all ramping up. Yudo is getting into production, and Soto is tragically falling by the wayside.
We talked about it a little bit last week, but again, check out Soto Pop on YouTube for more reliable information. Because we don't have it all. But they can definitely help you out more there. Yeah, we don't know what's going on with that again, but oh well. I think the blog for Kamen Rider Soto comes back in the middle of April, so not even next week.
No,
we'll see what happens. But yeah, this was a really, really, really good and fun superhero time this week.
Yeah,
very emotional. Both sides.
Both sides were great.
Both having to do with family. And I really liked this episode of King-Ohger. Again, it shows everybody, and the whole thing about them being brothers as well.
If we get other people into this, like our other family members or like anybody else in the sphere, I'm gonna make an edit of Mako meeting her mom at the airport, and then Neon's mom with
why
here. I'm gonna make that in edit together, make it super emotional. Show people.
You should just do that.
Yeah, right.
That shouldn't be any qualifiers. If you want to do that, they're both kind of spoilers, but yeah.
Man, it was so good.
Any final words on this week?
No, I think that about wraps it up. Man, I know I say this every time, but this superhero time was the best. Last week's superhero time was good. It keeps on ramping up.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid I'm going to get to a point where it's good all the time, so I don't appreciate it as enough. Because King-Ohger has been good the entire way.
Yeah.
Geats is just now getting to the hard-hitting points. And I hope it stays that way. I hope these both get great and even better.
Yeah.
Very excited for it.
Yeah. Did you want to do the outro?
Yes.
Go ahead.
This show is called Show Super Hyper Podcast, but you knew that already. I have been one half of this podcast, Tokutoni, along with
Super Blast X.
We thank you all. Comment down below any suggestions you want for the show, anything you want us to talk about, any video ideas. We want to hear from you. Also, shameless plug, go click that PayPal link down in the video description below.
I'm not gonna put that here.
Help a brother out.
Maybe I will.
Help a fellow Toku fan out. Not to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy right now. Hope you all had a good time watching the superhero time with us. I hope you had a good time watching this episode and recapping. What say you?
Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, boy.